Traditional marriage is under attack in much of the country. What's happening in the state of Maryland?
Well, the legislature feels that they have the votes to change the definition of marriage. They've gone from having only 4 openly gay representatives to now having 7. We have an attorney general who has declared that he's going to recognize out-of-state gay marriages. We've got a governor who said that if a bill for gay marriage crosses his desk, he'll sign it. Of course, we have a president who wants to repeal DOMA. And we have a perfect storm in this case for gay marriage to be legalized. However, the people of Maryland are clearly a people of faith, a people who believe in God and the Word of God and are not going to stand for it. So what I'm trying to do with Protect Marriage Maryland is awaken these people to the fact that if they don't act, if they don't tell their legislatures what's going on, this bill is going to pass and the definition of marriage is going to be changed forever. There are all sorts of solutions being proposed, from civil unions to getting the government out, but the reality is the gay lobby had that as an option several years ago. They had the votes to make that happen several years ago. They refused it because what they want is the word marriage. So even if you're on the side of supporting rights for gays to be able to will their property to each other and take care of each other's kids and inherit their benefits, that's not what the gays are after. They're after redefining marriage and defying the will of God. They've essentially made war on religion, and they've said that if you have these beliefs that are clearly outlined in the Bible, both in the Old and the New Testament, your beliefs are invalid, they're antiquated, they're outdated, and it's time for a new progressive view of what marriage is supposed to be, that it's just based on love and any 2 people can love each other. Well, that is not the definition of marriage, because marriage is about uniting families and providing a safe, nurturing environment for the children. And if you see what's going on in the schools where they're trying to educate children that homosexual behavior is acceptable, what they're doing is the queering of America. They're trying to tell your children this is an acceptable way to be. They're passing anti-bullying legislation, which is going to say that if you criticize or condemn homosexual behavior, you're going to be the bigot. You're going to be the person accused of hate speech, and they're going to be able to bring a lawsuit against you. So what we have to do is take a stand and say that we are a people of faith and strong values, and we do not want the law in Maryland changed, which is that marriage is between one man and one woman for life as ordained by God, and make that message clear to our government, because our government, our state government, is supposed to reflect the will of the people.
Republican Senator Alan Kittleman is proposing to push through some civil union legislation in the next session, which has not yet begun. How do you think this is going to affect your fight?
The high likelihood is that this bill will be rejected by the gays, again, because they had the opportunity for civil unions in the past. They rejected it. They want the word marriage. In reality, it sounds like a libertarian solution. It sounds like getting the government out of marriage. Marriage is a religious sacrament. Most people recognize that, even the religious community. But unfortunately, if you just take marriage and you give it another name, you call it a civil union, a rose by any other name is still a rose. Well, marriage by any other name is still marriage. So what Mr. Kittleman is trying to do is deflect or parry this assault on marriage. And so it's noble in its intent. Unfortunately, it's not going to have the desired effect, and it's not going to be accepted by either side in the long run. So what we're going to do is continue fighting for the preservation of the current Maryland marriage law.